The 2015 sugarcane crop season is the biggest yet, although the season started out almost 2 months late. In a 24-week span, it broke record in the history of the sugar industry.
We've ended up producing not only more sugar, but a lot more sugar than ever before in the history of the mill. So we produced around 142,000 tons of sugar. The last record was 125,000. Last year we produced a total amount of sugar of 123,000 tons, and we ground about, I'm just trying to remember the statistics exactly, nearly 1.2 million tons of cane. This year we ground a little bit less. We were grinding a little bit more slowly, but we were extracting a lot more sugar, and we ended up at the end of this crop having produced 142,000 tons of sugar from marginally less cane. A lot of things worked out in the end. You know, we had great quality cane coming in. There was no stop in delivery of that cane, brilliant factory efficiency.
And it's a welcome boost for the industry, especially the farmers.
The cane farmers did, I think that most of the job to have a very successful crop this year.
As a new association, I can report that our association accomplished a little above 80% of the total production that we had estimated. We can also compliment our cane farmers that we were third in quality out of 19 test groups. So we have an association that is working with the quality program, and that means more money for our cane farmers.
But while it's a celebration for ASR and those who had a great season, the same can't be said for all cane farmers. Some weren't even able to get a stick of cane out of the fields. While figures for total losses or cane still in the fields are not available, the impact on small farmers is being felt.
It's difficult to accept that our cane farmers wouldn't increase their financial stability because a lot of cane stayed behind. And there is where our profit was. The cane farmers who stayed at zero on the side of BSFA is very, very small. There is not a huge number with zeros. But yes, below, let's say, below 50% of their deliveries, yes, there are many cane farmers. And that's what we are trying to focus on for this coming year, to put a system that everybody, all the cane farmers, stay at that same percentage of delivery.
Is there any chance that some of these farmers will go underwater because they have their banking obligations, they have their family commitments, that some of them might have to say, man, I sell my field and cut my losses?
Well, that's the most difficult part, that we are saying that maybe, yes, there will be cane farmers who will be in a serious trouble financially, and up to now, there is no help available for those cane farmers.
We do have a big concern at this time. There is a process of reporting the standover that has been left in the cane, in the field, and it's quite significant. We see that the reports have been coming, and we have, like we said, it wasn't 100% crop, it wasn't a full crop, and we have standover at this time.
Will some of your farmers be suffering losses?
No, definitely. The standover represents that there will be less weight for the next crop because it loses weight and it loses sucrose content. So we will see a decrease in quality for the first weeks in the crop for the next period. No?
I am really concerned of the loss that the farmer is been having, because we just target in the delivery side the 80% more or less. It's a little that go further than that, but the majority targeted the 80%. We have a production estimate in PCPA of 270,000 tons, and we deliver an estimate of 2,222. If you could say we have 50,000 shared, so that is more or less being shared among equally on the big farmers and small farmers.
But just what caused this problem? According to the players, it is a compounded one.
The coordination of the crop, of course, is not down to the mill. It's down to the SCPC. But essentially what we did do, we were supposed to finish this crop on the 28th of June. You know, the factory needs to be repaired. It's not built to be grinding wet cane. We conceded to extend that by a week, first of all, and then following interventions by farmers and the government, we agreed to a further 5-day extension. So I think we tried to do our very best to accommodate those who hadn't managed to deliver cane. I really think we need to look at the harvesting and delivery system. At the moment, harvesting and delivery costs farmers about half of the money that they earn. In any efficient industry elsewhere, it would be probably half that amount.
Is there anyone that you all can blame for this, or is it just how it unfolded?
Well, it came unfolding because I believe that the lateness to start the crop. It is already 2 years that this has happened, and this has contributed a lot to this.
But now it's time to forge ahead, and despite the start to a rocky relationship, the ASR and Cane Farmers Associations are now at a better place. With the falling world sugar prices, it is a must for all partners to come together.
We've always had a cordial relationship, with the cane farmer associations. We meet together frequently, regularly. It's not always in the spotlight. We have a lot of things to discuss. We have a lot of issues to overcome. I think I would say, one thing about this year is that we have a new focus, which is our strategic development plan, and that's to look at how we can increase the efficiencies of this industry to make it sustainable into the future, against the backdrop of rapidly falling world and EU sugar prices, which will have an impact on all sugar industries in the world.
The queries that I have is for the next crop season, because we are being noticed or being told that we will have a reduction of 30% in the price estimate. That is something that we all have to confront.
The sentiment moving forward is that we will have a little growth in our association, because they saw the potential that we have as working with differences. Like for example, our directors, our board is a volunteer movement, no? Mm-hmm.
You'd say there's even more interest in the sugar industry in Curzal.
Yes, definitely. We see that farmers want to make the production, but they're very skeptic of what the future has.
Reporting for News 5, I'm Andra Polanco.